Hey guys, DJ Gunner 258 here with hopefully my last video on my jack of all trades AR-15, first built AR-15 project, something that I have formerly called my Nutnancy build, but now I'm going to call it the DJ Gunner 258 build, because I've made some changes that I feel like I've thought out pretty well, and I feel like it's become my own entity. I've thought things out differently for how I need them in my general all-purpose rifle. This is something that I would take to mid to long-ish range shooting, something, well, if you can call long-range shooting with a 5.56. Or I would also take it for house-to-house, CQB, CQC type of shooting. So this is really meant to be a one rifle does as much as one rifle can do, with still being in size and weight constraints, all that stuff. Blah blah blah. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this video started before I turn this into a 20-minute video, because I have a lot of stuff to say today, and I'm actually pretty well prepared. I have all the things, every single part memorized of what I put on here. So let's go ahead and start with the furniture. Again, we just have a standard MOE stock in flat dark earth. Nothing really special there. We also have a MOE grip in flat dark earth, and then we have the Troy flat dark earth alpha rail. It is the 18-inch, or I'm sorry, not 18-inch. This is the 13-inch rail. Otherwise, it'd be as long as the barrel. But yes, this is the 13-inch rail. I love this rail. It's super lightweight. There's some lighter weight rails out there, like the BCM Gunfighter, one of their rails. It's a couple ounces lighter. Then again, you're going to be paying more money for that one, about 50 bucks more. And then you also have the color choices of this great coating in flat dark earth. So I would rather go with the coating and the cheaper price tag compared to the a couple ounces lighter weight BCM rail. Moving on to my upper, I have a PSA. Here, let me move this. I have a Palomento State Armory upper receiver. I bought it, and it had the M4 feed ramps and the forward assist pre-installed. Great receiver so far. Nothing to say about that. I have the PSA Premium bolt carrier group. I don't know if you can see that right there, but we have the logo. It might be a little too dark to see, but that is right there. It's been a great bolt carrier group so far. No complaints there, held up great. We also have the charging handle PSA, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And then we have a PSA gas tube in here, worked fine, and that's been all good. The only time where I've run into problems with this rifle was when I first took it out shooting. I got through about 40 rounds, and then it stopped chambering a new round. It just stopped fully cycling the rifle, and I was like, huh, what is the matter? Did I do something wrong? I had to end up pack it up. I ended up packing it up for the day, taking it home, looking it out. And once I got this all apart to see what the problem was, I realized that I'm sure you can't see this really well right here. It's kind of hard to show, but my gas block in here, it had moved forward. So it had moved off where it was supposed to be, and it had moved forward so that the gas was not going back and cycling the bolt correctly. So I had to unscrew that. And in case you guys are wondering, that that gas block, it is the I'm prepared this time, remember. It is the RSM USA QPQ low profile steel melanite coated gas block. You can find this on Amazon, even here. I'll show you the page if, okay, that's totally not going to load. Oh, wait. There we go. Yeah, you can see it's on Amazon. It is $14, $5 shipping, and that's where I got that from. At first, I thought it was the gas block. I was like, oh crap, I'm going to have to go get a new gas block. I ended up being able to, this time, I put it on there again, really cranked it down, I Loctited it. The Loctite might melt out, but I cranked it down and I Loctited it, and so far I've shot about 150 more rounds through it, and probably actually more than that, and no problems there. So the gas block is good, and I got away with using a $15 gas block on that I got off of Amazon, and it's been working fine so far. So as you'll see, a very big importance around this whole concept of rifle is I wanted to have a jack-of-all-trades rifle, but I also wanted it to be cheap. I've gotten a lot of pieces off of here, off of Amazon, and they've also been very high-quality pieces to my surprise. So another one of those high-quality pieces is this muzzle brake right here. And it might look chunky, and that's because it is. It's also pretty heavy, but it is a muzzle brake. And to my surprise, I originally bought this just because I forgot to order a crush nut with my A2 muzzle brake, or flash hider, and I needed a crush nut. So I saw that this one came with a crush nut, and it was also a compensator. So I said, hey, let's see how this works. And again, I just found it on Amazon. It was $20. You can see that right here. It is the Model 415 223 competition short brake with crush washer on Amazon. $17. So for $17, I got what has turned out to be a great compensator. It reduces a lot of the felt recoil and muzzle flip, although I am giving up some weight. It weighs about twice the weight of a standard A2 flash hider. So I'm adding weight there, but I'm also gaining more capabilities and a potentially faster and more accurate rate of fire that I can use with this, although it does make the gun considerably louder. Moving with the theme of Amazon, I got these scope rings off of Amazon. They're just UTG, worked fine so far. And then my last piece is that I got off of Amazon were these sights. These are 45-degree mounted sights. These are outstanding. These are literally the best things on Amazon that you can buy gun-related things. Like if you want to buy something off of Amazon, buy these. These are only... Here, let me make sure I get you the proper brand. There's many that look like these sights on Amazon, but I'm just going to tell you the exact one that these are. So if you want these that I can attest to that are great, these are the 45-degree rapid transition BUIS backup iron sights by OTG. They are $23 on Amazon.com, and with $11, oh wait, I don't know how much shipping there is. But anyway, it's eligible for Prime shipping, and these things are great construction. They are outstanding. I might make a separate video to try and get to people to buy these because these are great. Now they are heavier than other backup sights options like MBUS, Magpul MBUS sights. They are heavier. There's no doubt about it. They are heavier. They are steel construction. As you can see, steel, and there's just no getting around it. They are heavier, but I'm gaining much more better capabilities with these backup iron sights. Let's say there is a target, and it jumped up on me, and I wasn't prepared for it. I couldn't get to it at a farther range where I could use my scope, and I can rapidly transition to my iron sights without needing to turn down the power on my scope. And I can do that considerably faster. I can just tilt the rifle rather than come up here and have to crank this adjustment knob to try and to get myself to a lower power or so. Another thing is if, let's say my scope breaks, I drop my rifle, my scope is no longer usable, well, I don't want to have to be able to fumble with my scope rings or something. I mean, I don't have a quick detach system. Even if I did, I would rather have this because they're much faster to just transition to those, and I can use my rifle like that rather than have to take off my entire scope and flip up my backup iron sights. These are great. Not only are they cheaper than most other sights, I would say almost all other sites. They also provide additional capabilities that will help you far better than I think any standard in-profile backup iron sights will. Although you are, again, taking more weight. Something else, my last piece I think I'm going to talk about today is my Nikon 4. Okay, sorry guys, I hit the 10-minute limit on my DSLR again. Anyway, I was talking about this scope, and I ended up getting it because I noticed that I was going to, I needed that little bit of extra magnification, and I didn't necessarily need it to go all the way down to 2 times power because I had these 45-degree mounted iron sights, and if I needed to switch to a target that was that close, I could easily use the iron sights and just save that little bit of extra magnification for my scope. And let's say you're building a rifle, you could either even go farther. Let's say you wanted to get a I don't know what I forget the other standard. Let's say you wanted to get a 12 times to 32 times. You could even do that because you have pretty much 0 to 75 yards covered here, and then you can reserve your scope for longer yardages, so you can always get that more magnification. And I haven't ran into anyone that says, hey, if I'm shooting something really far away, I don't want as much magnification as I can get. Because, well, within reasonable distance. I mean, within reason, because obviously you don't want to go 12 times if there's something 5 meters in front of you. But if you're shooting like 300 yards or so, I would rather have 17 times 17 times magnification than 13 times magnification. So that's my philosophy behind there. Again, I'm about to wrap up with a 20-minute video with showing you my final thoughts on my rifle. Now, there's probably one piece of my rifle that you guys probably thought I haven't touched on, which is my barrel. This is an AR Stoner barrel, and I will not be covering it in this video. I'm wrapping up some final testing to make sure I can be accurate with the accuracy of this rifle. I can be very truthful and tell you how it's been performing. So far, things are good, but I will have another video all about this barrel, and I'll show you the different groups and times I've taken it out. So I will get that video to you guys as soon as possible. Again, if you haven't seen my loadout video or any of my other videos, I'll link one like right here, and other than that, guys, this is hopefully my final video on my finished DJ Gunner 258 AR-15. I'll see you guys later.